Okay. So this is going to be more of a talking video. You have to forgive the lack of webcam. I just don't feel like using webcam. Um, this is going to be a podcast based on resources and information or general information. If this takes off, if the comments section gets filled with other suggestions, that would be great. Um, so I'm going to cover some of the basics. The first two things you need to do, and this is, in my opinion, the highest priority, is get your hands on a debit card. Don't bother with banks. You know, they're like, if you look too shaggy, they're not just they literally don't want to deal with you. But if you download the app, which is PayPal and CashApp. For PayPal, you want to open up a business account with them. So you're going to have your ID. You're going to have to be able to take your cell phone, take a picture of it, and willing to submit that along with your social security card. And along with that, you're going to need a mailbox or an address to receive mail at temporarily. So if you don't know anybody where you can receive mail or you don't have a mailbox, that's fine. Make sure to have your mail sent then to your local GR office slash Department of Social Services office. Usually most offices will allow you to receive mail there as long as it's in the form of an envelope, not packages or anything like that, usually. So what you're going to do is you're going to apply for the debit cards. What the debit cards allow you to do is, buy stuff online, because you can buy stuff from Amazon and have it sent to an Amazon locker. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you a picture of what those cards look like. Right here, as you can see right here, the blue card is the PayPal business debit. And the white one on top, yeah, you can pick it. You can pick, I think the other color you're allowed to pick is black. The top one is the CashApp card. So as you can see, I have two of these cards. Obviously, they're good for if I need to buy something from Amazon, things like that, right? So with that in mind, I mentioned, if I can pull it up here, I mentioned Amazon Locker, right? So what's neat is if you go to Amazon.com, I'll pull it up here on the screen. There you go. Amazon Locker. Pickup and returns made easy. You could do everything through Amazon Locker. And so you basically use, Amazon as you would. Right. I have it defaulted to an Amazon Locker I don't use, by the way. So don't worry about that top left corner. You can use Amazon Locker. You can place your orders. You can pick them up. No big deal. Amazon Lockers are 24 hours, 7 days a week. Usually, if you choose like 7-Elevens or something. Okay. So there's that. Now, to receive your cards, you would go to this website here. The next one I'm showing up on the screen right now. It's the Department of Social Services. You're going to click on where it says find a county office. You want to find the nearest one to you. And you want to make sure that you can receive your mail there, things like that. Usually you have to do it through the home office, meaning the office that you applied to get your GR from. And then if for whatever reason that one doesn't let you receive mail, I'm sure they can point you to one that will let you receive mail. It's just, one-time thing. Hey, you know what? I need to pick up some mail. Right? So this way you can have your debit cards sent to you, and then you're able to use Amazon.com and things of that sort, right? But what if you don't have an ID? Well, I'm going to show you what that voucher looks like. This is what it looks like for California. With this voucher, you're able to get a free ID. It doesn't matter if you have warrants or not. or whatever. Or anybody can get a warrant, generally speaking, over a littering ticket under a failure to appear, or an FTA for short. So if you have warrants or whatever, like just you're just wanted by the court, it doesn't matter. The DMV doesn't care. You get this piece of paper from these guys, Department of Social Services. You get it from their office, usually field office. You can also go through nonprofit agencies that do homeless outreach here in California, and you'll still get that piece of paper that looks like this. It says DMV. It's for an ID. It doesn't cost you anything. You'll have it sent to where your Department of Social Services office is, and free ID. Bam, done. Now, after you have the debit card, after you have your ID, guess the next thing that's free? Social Security card. You're up to, I think the limit is 12 of a lifetime or something like that. Anyway, you can go to any Social Security office, get that for free too once you have your ID. Okay. Now, with all that said and done, if you're on GR, you can find, well, you don't even have to really find. Just go to any nearest 7-Eleven, really. That's what I use. But if you want to pull off your money off your GR debit card for free, Bank of America. They don't charge you a fee for pulling money off your GR debit card. However, depending, what time of the month you go and which one, you might be able to pull off 5s, or you have to pull off an amount of 20s. Excuse me. And with that said, so more specifically, your PayPal card. If you get the PayPal debit card, again, this blue card here, you get the debit card, and you have your phone, and you have the PayPal app on your phone, you can go inside 7-Eleven, use your PayPal app, navigate through it. You have to do the navigating part yourself. You navigate through it, and you can use your app to take the money that you just grabbed off your GR card and reload that onto your PayPal card. And then you can use the website like Amazon.com, right? Use a website like Amazon.com, have stuff sent to the nearest locker near you or wherever you're going to be. And you're able to order stuff that you need, such as maybe clothes, maybe socks, maybe, non-perishable goods that you want to keep. Things like that. You can have that sent to you to an Amazon locker, and you can go pick it up. So that's one thing you can do with that. Again, if you need to, right? But, I say but, I guess the only drawback would be is if, let's say you need to order something, something different to eat. Unfortunately, Amazon Fresh does not deliver to Amazon Locker. Even though you can use your food stamps on Amazon Fresh, they will not deliver to a Amazon Locker, unfortunately. But Amazon only accepts the food stamps, not your cash assistance. Yep. So, all that said and done, basically, yeah, this is like my top 3. I guess you could say, realistically, these are like my top 3 tips for what I think other homeless people should do. At least make it a priority to get it done. And replacing these cards are free of charge. Like, I've had to replace my PayPal card once. I've had to replace my Cash App card once, and it's free. You don't get charged anything. Don't fall for the PayPal prepaid debit card. There's a lot of fees, so I would not recommend getting their PayPal prepaid card. There's a lot of fees associated with that card. The business card's much better. And I'm homeless, so what business do I have, right? That's how easy it is. They don't care, honestly. But that's all, that's all there is to it. The other nice thing is, once you have these two cards, or at least one of them, preferably your PayPal one, Cash App, but if you have your PayPal one, right? The other thing you'd be able to do is like a lot of people use PayPal. So people got to send you money. If you have friends in other states, friends in other countries, family, or just complete strangers online, and you go to like reddit.com and start hitting up people on Reddit like, hey, do you think you can help me out with XYZ? A lot of them use PayPal. If they send you money by PayPal, guess what? It goes directly to your debit card. And that's the money you can use immediately. So that's another thing to think about. And I guess another general tip of advice, if you're going to go that route, right? Make sure to keep it secured, really. And I think that's it for this podcast. Yeah, it's a real short one. This one's gonna be less than 15 minutes. Unfortunately, this one's just gonna be short. But if this one catches on, then actually, you know what? I don't even think. Yeah, no, whatever. Yeah, I'll call it a podcast number 2. But if this catches on, I'll make another video in terms of resources and what's available out there in California. There is a lot. And I spend a lot of time answering a lot of these questions on Reddit. And there's just a lot, really, when it comes down to it. Depends on your situation, obviously. And it depends on your age. Some of them could be age factors, things like that. So, you have, again, a suggestion for resources. I'll do another video. But again, particularly covering California is what I'm covering, because obviously this is where I'm from. So I know mostly what's available out here. But hopefully my next podcast resource video will be a little bit more in depth. I'll be able to provide a little bit more. This one was more of a spur of the moment. So we'll see. But thank you for listening. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks.